Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, March 31st, 2025. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin by taking a look at some North American independent news. New Game Changer Wrestling Tag Team Champions were crowned over the weekend. Dominic Guarini and Kevin Koo of Violence is Forever captured the title in a four-way match also involving former champions Alec Price and Cole Radrick as well as Bang and Matthews and Hot Commodity. The title change took place at GCW's No Compadre 2025 event Saturday night at the Leo Hall in Chicago. In the double main event, Matt Tremont retained the GCW Ultra-Violent title against Otis Kogar, and Effie retained the GCW World title against Microman. The first entrant has been named for the 2025 edition of the NWA's Crockett Cup Tag Team Tournament. NWA World Tag Team Champions Trevor Murdoch and Mike Knox have been entered into the tournament, set to take place on May 17th in Philadelphia. Also scheduled for the show is Tom Latimer defending the NWA World Heavyweight title against Rhino in the main event, as well as a wrestling appearance from WWE's Natalya, whose opponent has not yet been named. And turning to Japan, Dragon Gate's annual Rey de Parejas tournament came to an end yesterday inside Sambo Hall in Kobe with Homare and Shun Skywalker defeating Jason Lee and Kota Minoura in the final. And the Marigold Promotion Spring Victory Tour made a stop in Tokyo's Korakuen Hall on Sunday. In the main event, Utami Hayashishita defeated Bozilla to retain the Marigold World title. Marigold United National Champion Mai Sakurai and Marigold Twin Star Tag Team Champions Nane Takahashi and Sari Yamaoka also retained their titles. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.